Okay, hi everyone, welcome back to Memories Dogma, or as I now like to call it, are we fucking done with this yet?
We have about another 3-ish to 4-ish hours, so we're hoping to get
serious?
About, from my estimation.
Oh. Anyways, enough of that. Using the map I got as a guide, we make our way to the marked destination. I clicked.
Click again.
I clicked.
Is this not working? Just click in the center of the screen.
It's not working.
Can you alt-tab?
I can click on this.
Okay, just load the save
Let's
again.
try loading again.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what?
Click on auto.
It's not. Oh, good! The visual novel has glitches, too! Just what we needed!
Just press skip.
It didn't work either.
Okay, so right, okay, let's quit the main menu.
Hang on, let's load to an old save, see if it's the save file, or... So, like, go back to episode 2. No, it's working!
Okay, so just click skip, and we can...
It's not... What? Okay, what the fuck?!
Okay, go back to the very last... Maybe it's because we saved over an old save or something dumb like that.
Okay, we'll go back to this one.
Yeah, and we're just gonna click skip.
Until we get back to that part.
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. Well, this is a great start to the episode.
It does not fucking matter. Just go with middle finger. Next finger.
It's the same fucking thing anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, Aoi goes crazy. Who cares? Hurry up. Jesus, I can't believe this happened.
Oh, right, that dumb scene.
Come on.
Oh, so are we keeping this in or editing this out?
Oh no, we're keeping it in. Everyone needs to know how amazing this game is.
Okay.
Okay, there we go. Okay.
So this is a little bit into, like, I think we clicked a few into this. So just wait,
Log.
Go on the... But, use the load just for a second and see what line of text it said.
Log, look.
No, on load.
This is the last thing.
That's the same background, right? But
that was the thing that was there.
Oh, okay. What?
Okay,
I get what you're saying now. There you go. Yeah, no. Right.
It stopped skipping once we get to the thing we're at.
Yeah,
okay, so the visual novel glitched.
Yeah.
The visual novel, whose gameplay is click to advance the text, glitched.
I mean, well, I don't know. It's a pretty complicated system. You can't test for everything, like whether or not it goes forward.
Oh, okay. Beautiful. We're leaving this in. The moment we left the room, we ran into a veritable maze of crisscrossing paths. B7, which presumably stands for basement floor 7, is even larger than the surface floor of the Connect Center, plus the nearby park combined.
So it's absurdly huge, and somehow no one knows that you have 7 fucking floors of this shit.
I feel like we could run into a researcher or a security guard at any turn. This isn't part of the public section of the building. This is where the Connect Center keeps all of its research facilities. It looks like even Reina wasn't aware this part of the building existed.
Like, no, I'm sorry. Do you realize how fucking difficult it would be to build this shit? Like, I don't care how many fucking politicians you bribe. They said it's bigger than the public park below it. You need some fucking permits at the very least, and you're gonna need a lot of people to build that. It's like that whole, like, bullshit with the Bat Cave.
Well, I don't think anyone's gonna be checking underground for it.
But someone built it.
Oh, yeah, okay, I think that's...
Like, it's like the Batcave thing. It's like, unless he fucking killed all the construction workers, there's gonna be someone who's gonna notice some suspicious shit.
Maybe he did it himself. After a lot of running, Reina and I finally make it to the location marked on our map.
Yeah, he just used his lightning punch DNA powers to blast a big fuck-off hole in it, and then said, okay, here's our research facility.
The door to the room is hanging open, so we're able to make it inside with ease. That's because the person who sent us this map was expecting us to be here. After Reina and I walk inside, the door automatically closes. I turn back and try to open the door again, but it doesn't look like it's going to budge.
Also, I like how they have all those things that I guess have people in them with the alive hologram on them.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't notice that. Yes, whoever led us here doesn't want any outside disturbances.
Do you think Serrano's inside one of those?
Oh, he's calling it. Or perhaps they don't intend to let us leave here.
望むところだな。
Well, in that case, bring it on. The room actually extends pretty far in. Blue lighting illuminates the area, reminding me of how the Connect Center looked when we first came to visit it.
This is just like fucking Tron, though.
There's large black pillars on either side of the room, extending all the way down.
Why they weren't stored in a more space-efficient manner deep underground where it'd be incredibly difficult to build, nobody knows.
When I go to take a closer look at one of the pillars, I realize it's giving off a low humming noise. And there's a green lamp that blinks on and off at irregular intervals inside.
And for some reason the ceiling has 0 lighting on it.
Each one of the pillars has a 3-digit number like 015, 032, and 022 carved into it, and a few of them have the word alive displayed in green letters on the AR display.
何の部屋なんだろう。
What on earth is this room for?
わからないけど、この黒い柱は
I don't know, but these pillars are definitely some kind of machine. Is Kuroda in this room too? I feel like something can pop out from anywhere at any time, so I'm gonna call this right now. You remember that scientist who had portrait art at like episode 1 or 2 for like a split second?
Yeah?
I'm gonna go ahead and assume that's who we're gonna see here.
Okay.
I walk forward slowly with Reina behind me. The deeper in we go, the fainter the blue light at the entrance gets, plunging us deeper and deeper into darkness. The only light we have left to guide us are the lights coming off the pillars illuminating our feet. It feels like we've stepped into a massive graveyard. I think all signs point to everything being alive, though.
Yeah, but I mean, this is based just like, I mean, I get it's technically a video game as a visual novel, but this is a video game level, you know? Like, you gotta roll your perception check to make sure the goblins don't ambush you or whatever.
Every now and again, there's a whoosh-like air being released from one of the pillars. Not just once either, multiple times at irregular intervals. Every time we hear that noise, Reina and I tense up.
一体何なのかしら。
What on earth are those devices?
I mean, why would something that says alive possibly have a breathing noise on it?
Maybe these are the servers that hold memories that— No, there's a person inside of it! Jesus Christ!
It made a breathing noise and a coughing noise and it screamed, "Help, I'm still alive, get me out of here." Man, these servers are strange. They must be made of some quantum bio-flesh person
それ
mechanism.
は違うと思う。
I doubt that.
どうして？
Why?
死者の記憶を保存するためのサーバーは私も見たことがある。
I've seen the servers that hold the memories of the dead. They don't look anything like— Jesus Christ, are they actually gonna make it a twist that there's people inside of these?
Oh yeah, speaking of twists, did you know that there's actually a really big twist? This game called Kingdom Hearts features Disney characters.
What?
Oh no, I'm just stating the obvious as a twist because it seems like that's the appropriate thing to do right now.
Oh, okay, cool.
それにサーバーからこんな音は出ないと思う。
And I don't think servers would make this kind of noise. I see. Reina, you're a goddamn genius scientist. We keep walking further in. As we make our way past the Hall of Pillars, the light at the other end of the room begins to get brighter as we get closer. I gradually pick up pace and am practically running by the time we reach the end. The very end of the room opens up into a wide open space.
Is there like a video game boss at the end of it?
At the very end of the hallway is a wall filled with black pillars lined up horizontally next to each other. And— oh. That one must be Serrano.
ようこそ。
Oh.
よくここまで来たね。
Welcome. Let me congratulate you on making it this far.
You and your RPG party have spent very much time leveling up to get here, completing all the quests to fetch the 7 elemental crystals. You were probably expecting some giant dragon or something, but or maybe some weird angel thing with like 16 final forms. Unfortunately, you just have me, the guy with an ideology that makes no fucking sense and contradicts itself within like 17 text boxes.
Yeah, it's what's the... This world is made of dreams, Trevor. They don't have to make sense.
You might notice I'm immune to every status effect, making half of the abilities you spend so much time getting completely useless now. But I'm weak to lightning or something, because that's thematically appropriate for Lightning Punch guy.
Kuroda's standing in front of the wall of pillars. Aoi's there too. Aoi-san's standing next to him, her face pale and lifeless. Aoi-san. Aoi-san doesn't react when I call her name, just continuing to stare blankly off into space.
そっとしておいてもらえるかな。
Could you please leave her alone for a while? Aoi-kun is tired after completing her task. More importantly, I'm very glad you decided to come to me. But who told you of this location? Oh, okay, so he didn't bring us here. Completing her task. I'm disgusted by how calmly he can say that after all he put her through. I have nothing to say to you. I face off against Kuroda, keeping Reina safe behind my back. Kuroda spreads his arms out, smiling. I see. Well, no matter. You showed me something very interesting. How were you able to activate your power in that condition?
Well, the plot needed to continue, sir.
You've even managed to repair your destroyed brain functions. That healing ability of yours is truly impressive. I can't believe you're saying that when you're the one who hurt Hiroki like that. Reina exclaims angrily. Kuroda continues as if he's completely unconcerned. Orikasa-kun, I've come to understand quite well the potential of the microchip you developed.
So is there like a microchip for DNA that makes you ideologically consistent at all?
I don't know. Even if it's still in its trial phase, considering just how powerful it already is, I would call it a resounding success.
Like, maybe we can just jam that pen in his fucking forehead, and then it'll get the DNA, and he'll have a plan that makes sense now.
I didn't develop it so it could be used by the likes of you. Now then, please don't be so harsh. Shouldn't the fruits of such amazing research be shared with all? Yeah, I'm pretty sure the last scene was about how you didn't want to share with everyone, buddy.
Well, he wanted to share with everyone, so all like the weak people would kill each other, would be killed off by the strong people with lightning punch powers or something. Like, it was a stupid fucking plot.
Oh yes, there's one more thing I suppose I should tell you. The e-memory system that you and Toya-kun developed.
Right,
was
right,
truly
that's
wonderful.
His name. Is he the one behind us? Like that little pillar with alive? Is Toya-kun the brain behind it? Like literally?
Probably. Like a little brain in the jar?
Yeah, like the Futurama heads.
However, I discovered that there was a limit to how far you could go with that technology.
Oh, let me guess. It's hard to store the brain data in like regular computer servers, so you need to put it back in a real brain, man.
Okay, that sounds reasonable.
And the brains die after 49 days because like their Buddhist soul expires.
Limit. E-memory can only preserve a person's memories, but not whatever abilities they might have had if they were a manifester. Because it's a memory! It's like saying, hey, you can't preserve this person's hand through memory. It's like, yeah, because it's their fucking hand, not their memory.
I mean, like, okay, so let's say even if you could, like, transfer memories, like, sure, you could technically, like...
It's like, yeah, you can transfer, like, skills based around, like, intelligence.
Knowledge. Yeah, but you can't transfer being a tall guy through memory.
Yeah. Like, no fucking duh. That's not a limit, that's just common sense, dumbass.
There's a limit to these cars. They can't go backwards in time. Well, no fucking shit, Sherlock.
Kusahara-kun, I believe you've realized this yourself, haven't you? You've seen what the manifester Sorano-kun was like, both when she was alive and after she died. Yes, a hologram could not carry over a mind-reading power. I'm so surprised by this clever twist. It's true that Sorano was confused by the fact that she could no longer use her ability after she died. I just want to let that sentence sit there, because it's beautiful.
Yeah, can you just slowly zoom in on that text while we're talking over it?
Sure.
記憶だけの存在になってまで能力が使える必要なんてあるのかよ。
Even if that's true, there's no need for someone who's become just memories to use their power.
君にはその価値はわ
Well,
からないかも
perhaps you don't see the need.
I think that's the author's response to everything anyone could say about this criticism.
能力は個性の一つだ。
But for someone who's been a manifester since birth, your power is like a part of you.
本人を形成する要素の一つなのだよ。いわゆるアイデンティティというものだ。
It's one of the factors that makes up the being that is yourself. In other words, a part of your identity.
それを再現することはすなわち完全な発言者を再現することに他ならない。
In other words, only by replicating that power as well are you able to properly reproduce the person themselves, except it's e-memory,
We
not...
explain the difference between memory and physical traits. You also don't replicate the tallness of someone by making them a hologram, or the strength of someone by making them a fucking hologram. It turns out there's a lot of things you can't fucking do as a hologram. Is this really the stumbling block? He needed to make holograms to realize they couldn't do physical shit.
Yeah, that's just how it is, Trevor. Accept it.
君は
Like this, do you think, like, we mentioned Pokemon Go before, do you think this is the kind of guy that plays Pokemon Go and is surprised his Pikachu can't actually electrocute people in real life?
Yeah. Don't you want the kind of memory data that can truly replicate the real Serrano-kun? Isn't that why you came here?
I'm looking at my Charmander, but I'm still cold.
確かに空野の記憶データが手に入れば空野とずっと一緒にいられる。
It's true that there was a time that I thought I could be with Serrano forever if I was able to get her memory data. I look at Aoi-san as I answer, though she doesn't look back.
でも
But
でも今は違う。ここへは真実を知りに来た。
But not anymore. All I want to know now is the truth. Eh? Kuroda takes the words right out of my mouth. And then...
なぜ空野は死ななければならなかった。
Why did Serrano have to die? Who killed her?
黒だ。あんたが
Kuroda, did you kill her? I'm completely dumbfounded. I don't know what trick he used to do that.
Common sense? Like,
Oh, I know what they're gonna do. I know what they're doing.
oh, okay.
He's gonna say that he took Serrano's mind reading powers.
But it's obvious why he's there.
Yes!
He's the big conspiracy guy. Of course you're gonna think it was him. That'd be like, people that think like 9/11 was an inside job. Yeah, they're blaming George Bush or whatever, because he's the fucking president. Like...
But Kuroda just said everything I wanted to say to him. Yes, because that's obvious. Surprised?
驚いたか。
No! Not in the slightest!
君はどうや。本当に空野くんの記憶を
Looks like you really don't care if you get Serrano-kun's memory data or not.
そんなに真実が知りたいのなら教えてやろう。
If you want to know the truth that badly, then let me tell you. As Kuroda says that, he suddenly sticks his left hand out at me. An instant later, it feels like a wall smacks right into me. Ow. I'm hit with such a force that I'm unable to remain standing and fall backwards.
ひろき大丈夫
Hiroki, are you alright?
So I was making a joke about being a JRPG final boss, but he's totally gonna have like 7 final forms with this bullshit.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
Ow.
he has like the telekinesis too.
I touch my right cheek and feel a sting. I'm not bleeding, but something definitely hit me.
今のは何だ。
What was that? There doesn't seem to be any kind of weapon in the smiling Kuroda's hand.
これは借り物だ。
I just used one of my harvested.
借り物。
Harvested?
先ほど君を転倒させた衝撃波は確かに
That shockwave I used to knock you over is indeed a manifester's power.
だが
So see, every turn you have to position yourself behind one of the pillars of manifesting, and then he'll cast his spell, destroying it, temporarily weakening his own spell. At this point, you'll be able to use your sort of +5 holy light to attack him. Once you attack him 3 times, he'll go back into his invulnerable phase, and you have to repeat it 3 times.
どういうことだ。
What do you mean?
その質問に
Before I answer that, let me... Oh, it's so fucking obvious! Get over yourself, writer! Jesus!
That's the thing, like I know visual novels do that a lot, like they take a lot of time to say simple things, but it's not just like, oh, like I picked up the phone and my phone was really sleek and futuristic and like they over explain details. This is just stretching out people's actions and dialogue to like 50 times longer than it needs to be.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not helping because we rant over it like
Yeah.
every 2 seconds, because it's fucking stupid.
Yes, this is the maximum stupid part of the game. Did you kill Mizunashi Serrano Kuroda? The answer to that is no. What?
He's obviously... Oh, yeah.
What? Did I skip over it? What? That's just a technicality. Even if you didn't do it personally, I know that's someone in the Connect Center. You also asked, why did Mizunashi Serrano have to die, correct? Let me tell you. Mizunashi Serrano isn't dead.
Nani?
Huh? I don't understand. My mind is instantly thrown into disarray. Mizunashi Serrano isn't dead.
Could she possibly be in one of those things that literally says alive on it in giant glowing neon fucking hologram lights?
What are you saying? That's not possible. That's the only thing that's not possible. Don't lie. There's no way that's possible.
Gee, it's almost like e-memories can't keep storing the powers he was talking about, and he has those powers he was talking about, so it's not just the e-memory that he has.
See for yourself, Kusahara-kun. Kuroda does something on his MRD, and one of the black pillars just starts jettisoning steam. Oh, okay, she's nude in there. The AR display on top changes color from green to yellow as the word turned from alive to reveal. Oh, fuck off.
Well, at least now her character development makes sense. She wasn't actually dead, so she wasn't just memories or some bullshit.
The front part of the pillar with a 3-digit number on it gradually becomes transparent. I'm finally able to see inside what I originally thought was just a black pillar.
Because you're a fucking moron.
The whole tank is filled with some sort of translucent blue substance that makes me think it's some kind of water tank. But as I look harder, I realize there's something inside and my heart sinks.
As you look harder...
This isn't possible!
I like how he notices the fucking liquid before he notices his naked dead friend.
I run over to the pillar. I stop right in front of it. And once what's inside becomes completely clear, my mind goes blank. I could put this in the thumbnail and people wouldn't be able to tell it's Serrano, you think?
No, I think they would recognize it, but like...
It doesn't even look pink, like if you just zoom in on the face.
Yeah, I kind of get what you're saying.
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah. I mean...
Unless there's another CG in this episode.
Okay, but like, if you watch more than one episode, do you think they're really gonna give a fuck about the plot?
Okay, fair. This isn't. Serrano's inside the pillar. I reach out and touch the pillar's glass surface. Serrano's eyes are closed and she's floating, suspended in some kind of liquid.
You know, any money because I said that, I've now jinxed the universe into getting like 50 angry comments. What the fuck with the thumbnail? Spoilers, man.
She looks like a doll put up on display. Serrano, why? Serrano! I pound on the glass as hard as I can, but Serrano's eyes don't open. Is this a coffin? Or is this device what's keeping her alive? I can't tell just from looking at her. You said before that Serrano isn't dead. Does that mean she can be woken up?
脳機能の一部だけ活動しているというのが正しい表現だ。目覚めることも意識を取り戻すことも永遠にない。
I suppose it would have been more accurate to say that a part of her brain is still working. She'll never be able to wake up or regain consciousness again, so she's just dead.
Yeah, until what is it? It's
a miracle happens in the end.
What's his friend's name? The suave guy that's cool, that's out of the story.
Kakeru?
Yeah. It's until Kakeru makes everyone in these fucking dumb pillars a little hologram person.
She'll never be able to wake up or regain consciousness again.
それを生きていると表現するかどうかは立場によって変わってくるのだ。
Honestly, it depends on your perspective as to whether or not she can be considered alive in such a state. Is that why you use the word alive on the fucking front of all of them?
Well, I mean, they're talking about like a biological process, but you know.
I clench both my hands into fists.
It's whether the individual consider themselves alive at that point.
Only a part of her brain still works and she'll never regain consciousness.
If there was only some way you could put like a really fast healing microchip into people that could like heal brain damage.
In other words, she's barely being kept alive. Well,
but unfortunately we don't have that medical technology. We didn't just establish it like 30 minutes ago. That'd be really disappointing.
Yeah. Oh yeah!
Yeah, I mean,
If only.
yeah, because we haven't played this in like I think 2 weeks, so like this is actually me recalling this a lot better than like someone's just marathoning this series. Yeah.
I wonder what Kuroda told Serrano. I wonder if she tried to resist. What kind of terrible things did he end up doing to her? And now she's still being used by Kuroda.
Just make it sound more 18 plus than it is.
I clench my fist so tight that my nails bite into my skin. Serrano. Aoi-san totters over to where Serrano is. Did you know, Aoi-san? Did you know that Serrano is being kept barely alive here? Aoi-san doesn't respond to the sound of my voice at all. She just puts both hands on the glass and stares at Serrano.
She breaks it open and Serrano starts flopping around like a fish.
Sorry, what?
I said, and then she breaks the glass and Serrano starts flopping around like a fish.
Wait a minute, Serrano had a funeral and everything though. Someone must have checked her face during it. And I mean, I talked to Serrano's memories at the Connect Center. And throughout the game. Yeah. I turn back to Kuroda and he laughs scornfully. Here at this facility, we preserve the memories of the departed. It's just something we have you believe. That's the whole point of advertising it like that. I captured the manifestors I wanted and used other people's corpses to make it look like they died in an accident. Then I copied over their memories while they were still alive so people could talk to them here.
Okay, so that's like... Just say the memory thing was funding. Because that's way too stupid. Every time you find someone powers, you have to arrange a second murder, put the body of the murdered person in the funeral for the other person, but then you have another funeral of that dead person. Somehow figure out a solution for that instead of just doing it the first time instead of killing someone else. And you also have to do the whole memory thing for every person who dies.
Yeah.
This is really stupid on a lot of levels. Like...
Then, thanks to that, the people who come to the Connect Center to converse with their memory, he's conveniently jumped to the conclusion that the owner of those memories must be dead and remain only as data. If they're in a mentally insecure state, it's even easier to convince them. But digitizing living people's memories is illegal. Yeah, because... Yeah, this is where you play the illegal card. What the fuck?
Yeah, we all know when
But that's illegal! After everything that's happened up to this point.
I mean, like, illegal... When people say you can't do that, it's legal, they don't mean that's a physical limitation on the universe.
It's
they
like,
mean you can't do that without
it's
consequences.
Like the end of an action movie where it's just the last, like, it's just like the main character versus like the villain, and he pulls out a gun. And it's like, hey, it's illegal to own that in this country.
Then the gun just dissolves out of his fucking hand. Apparently, the logic of fucking Hiroki here.
Indeed. It's illegal to digitize living people's memories, so there's no way a national institution would do such a thing. That's what leads to everyone believing that they must be dead. What? At least it explains why Serrano doesn't remember the accident.
Yeah.
By mixing in some living people's memories with those of the dead, I was easily able to capture as many manifestors as I wanted. Kuroda does something on his MRD again. A sound of jettisoning steam echoes all throughout the room. When I look around, I see black pillars everywhere start to become transparent. Inside all of them are people like Serrano, manifestors. My own power is the power of recognition.
どのような能力を扱えるかを見分けることができる。
I can tell if someone is a manifester or not and what kind of power they have.
Apparently doesn't allow him to recognize plot holes or stupid reasoning for things.
ここまでお膳立てをするのに随分と苦労したい。
Laying all the groundwork for this took a lot of time and effort. Everything suddenly fits together. Biggest lie in this entire fucking game.
Yeah.
Like, this doesn't fit together. It's like a jigsaw puzzle, but like, you know, half the pieces are like flipped upside down.
This is like 3 jigsaw puzzles trying to be jammed into one.
The things we can't bring into the room with us during our meeting. The fact we're not allowed to ask the dead how they died. And the strange way Serrano was acting the first time we talked. That wasn't a bug in replicating her memories. She just couldn't answer because she wasn't actually dead.
そして楠原君。君には
I must say, Kusahara-kun, you've managed to surprise me at every turn.
あの談話室において死因について
Also, I just need to go back to this for a second where it's like, this explains the reason for why we're not allowed to ask the dead how they died. It's like, no, remember when we first saw that scene and we're just like, that makes no sense for why you'd impose that fucking rule.
Yeah.
Like, you have to have another fucking reason for that. That doesn't fix anything.
Yeah.
Back then, when you had come to the lounge, you were the first person to try so hard to squeeze out a person's cause of death. The fuck he was.
Yeah, so basically...
Because totally, lots of people in mourning are never gonna end up asking such a thing.
Yeah, so I guess Serrano is just the first person to die of mysterious causes of death in a fucking plot where this guy's suspiciously killing people. None of their family members ever showed up to ask them how they died, because it'd be really suspicious.
Yeah, or even explain why they're not allowed to. This is so fucking stupid.
あの時の記憶データとの対話エラーは我々にとっても予想外。
We honestly weren't expecting that conversation error. It was quite a surprise.
This is like saying you're not you weren't expecting how to deal with someone trying to get like a password to a computer account or whatever.
We didn't expect anyone to try password 1 as the password.
Yeah, it's like you didn't expect anyone to try to get the information you were prohibiting from them that they would probably think to ask, which is why you knew to prohibit it. We never thought someone would actually try to get it though. They'd be like, they would consider it once and be like, no. I mean, dude, you're the person who when he says this is illegal, you're like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking do it anyways.
It's like when the cops like are raiding your house and it's like, okay, don't look under the couch cushions. They're gonna fucking look under the couch cushions.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
おかげで
Look, you can check everywhere except in my toilet, okay? I'm totally not having anything I'm trying to flush from you down there.
Hang on, he's got an answer for this. But thanks to you, we were able to alter the memory replication algorithm to prevent any future cases like yours. We put peanut butter on like the bottom of the couch cushion, so when you touch it, your hands get sticky and you're like, I'm not gonna look under there anymore.
Yeah. But I mean, it's at least thematically appropriate that we're dealing with more stupid algorithms, right?
Yeah. Kuroda's words don't even register in my mind. I'm still overwhelmed by the reality I've just come to understand. The truth that I've learned. Reina, who has been silent this whole time, finally opens her mouth. This facility was only formed because of the Memory Preservation Act. Did we see this
We
before?
clicked on that one before, but yeah.
Law that, yeah, this thing. Because people were doing bad stuff.
Yeah.
This facility was only formed because of the Memory Preservation Act. Which means that kidnapping incident where a person's memories were uploaded onto the internet that caused the bill to be proposed in the first... Oh, don't. Had something to do with you people. No, it's the internet. People did that on their own.
Yeah, like,
Let's not pretend.
People upload, like, fucking people dying and shit online all the time. It's like, yeah, because they're fucked up. Like...
Yeah.
No.
No, you're telling me only Evil McEvil Corporation made sure to do all of this. It's like, no. There's people still doing it right now and jerking off to it.
Yeah. I guess that's the thing, that, like... It's like, yeah, like, oh, like, you specifically did this event fake, like, you did this just so that people would regulate it, but it's like, people are gonna do that anyways, you just wait.
Yeah.
It'd be like, you know, like, if you went to like, oh, I'm going to crack down on civil liberties or something like that and use a terrorist attack, like, okay, well, eventually one's going to fucking happen. Just play the fucking waiting game.
You really are a genius, Orikasa-kun. However, there's no need for you to know. Let me tell you though, we've been planning this long before you even developed e-memory. Though your development of e-memory did give us a breakthrough, and something to put in the Steam game description so morons would buy it.
Yeah.
Thanks to you, we were able to progress quite rapidly. I'm truly grateful to you. If only Toya-kun had been more understanding, he wouldn't have had to pass away, leaving his beloved disciple behind. That is probably the only thing I still regret. Okay, so they killed him too.
Yeah, of course they have to kill everyone the characters care about in any capacity, because bad things can't happen independent of the plot. Like, oh shit, I stubbed my toe or I spilt my coffee, and then Kuroda's just like, ah, yes, all part of my plan.
What do you mean? Don't tell me. You killed Makoto-sensei. Who knows? I'm afraid I've forgotten something that happened so long ago. Then why were you bragging about it a sentence ago? You.
Him forgetting things that happens every few years would explain a lot as to why his plan's so stupid and to why his beliefs make no sense.
Reina, stop! Reina charges at him before I can stop her. She's holding her pen device in her left hand. There's a small blade jutting out of the tip of it. But there's no way something like that will be close enough to. Just like he did to me before, Kuroda extends his left hand out towards Reina.
Does she have superpowers? Nope.
Yeah. Reina's blown back from the force. I run over to Reina and gently try to raise her up. I'm fine. Reina tightly grabs my arm. This is too cruel. I glare at Kuroda. You'd even mock the memory of the dead? How low can you... This entire thing is about mocking the memory of the dead, man.
About mocking the structure of plots themselves.
It's an unfortunately necessary lie for the realization of my grand plan. There isn't even an ounce of sympathy or guilt in his voice. I can feel the hot burning sensation well up within me again. Me, Reina, Serrano, and countless others. We're just fuel to drive his ambition? I will never forgive you, Kuroda. You bastard! I throw a punch at Kuroda. I conjure up an image of me releasing all of my pent-up energy into my right arm.
There's a masturbation joke in there.
Fool. Why do you think I had Serrano-kun brought here? Kuroda extends the palms of his hand to try and intercept my fist. My fist stops right in front of his palm. Gah. I put even more force into my arm, but even stronger force repels it. Sharp pain runs through my arm and my entire body, and I collapse to the ground. Gah.
Also, I like how he has, like, at least 236 different powers, and he only uses that one telekinetic wave power.
Like, it works, man.
Like, where the other, like, 200-something just, like, really fucking useless. Like, this is the power to know when a spoon is made of steel or silver.
Yeah.
This is the power to make people feel itchy in the back of your neck when you stare at them really hard.
Hiroki, I hear Reina shout from behind me.
With this power, your iPhone can charge 2% faster.
Kuroda, you said you used a harvested before. So that means you're using these other people's abilities. Kuroda looks down at us, sitting on the floor as he walks over. Correct, Orikasa-kun. There's an unwavering confidence in his posture. Just like you, I have a microchip embedded within me as well. Right here. Kuroda taps his temple with his right index finger. Thanks for telling us the weak point, dumbass.
Yeah, it may as well fucking have a glowing crystal on it by this point.
そして空野くんをはじめ維持装置に入っている彼らそれぞれにも同じようにマイクロチップが埋め込まれている。
And starting with Serrano-kun, I have implanted the people preserved within these capsules with microchips as well. I look over at Serrano. So there's a microchip buried somewhere in her brain.
私と彼らの脳は
I'm linked with their brains.
私の脳が何かを感じるとその電気信号が彼らに伝わり彼ら自身の脳がそれを感じているのだと錯覚させることができる。
Everything I feel is transmitted to their brains electronically, giving them the impression that they're the ones experiencing it. What?
So they think they're old an asshole-ish old man right now and aren't in control of their
私が
lives?
危険を感じた時彼らは自らが危機に瀕した状態と錯覚。
In other words, if I feel endangered, they too will think they're endangered.
彼らは自己防衛のために能力を発現しようとする。その際に発生する
And as a self-defense mechanism, they will try to activate their power. Those electric signals are then transferred back to me, allowing me to use their power.
彼らが自ら動いているというの。
They're the ones doing this. Everyone in this room is being controlled by Kuroda to feel this. How does that work, though? Like,
Yeah,
it's like, okay, so let's say someone has the power to shoot, like, fireballs out of his hands, which isn't too different from, like, his telekinetic wave bullshit. Yeah. It's like, how do you, like, turn that into, like, a Wi-Fi signal to send from someone's brain to yours? Like, that, how does that work? Like, maybe with, like, mind reading you can bullshit some of that, but...
Yeah, because they'd be mind reading and you'd be transferring the information. But yeah, in this case, like, he basically just wanted, like, Aether or mana from a fucking RPG, but didn't know how to explain it, so he just pretended like he didn't have to answer it.
Yeah, everyone in this room is being controlled by Kuroda to feel the same things he does, and in order to protect themselves, they unconsciously activate their powers even while asleep.
But then they'd just be burning up the glass or fucking, you know, pushing themselves to the glass or whatever.
Hiroki. Oop.
理解してくれた
Do you understand now?
さあ改めて
Now let me ask you one more time. Kuroda stops in front of me and looks down imposingly.
こちら側に来る気にはなったかね
Do you finally feel like joining us? I don't know, you're the one with the mind-reading powers. I falter slightly. Of course I definitely don't want to be Kuroda's pawn, but defeating Kuroda isn't practical at this point. At this rate, we'll never be able to beat him. I look around, but all my surroundings show me is despair. There's not a single sliver of hope for victory. Think! There must be some way to overcome this. But then I realize that no matter what I think of, Kuroda will just be able to read my thoughts, so it's pointless to try and come up with a plan. Okay, now, because it's Serrano's mind-reading powers, right? That means, like, he's always hearing your thoughts, right?
Yeah.
So I remember I saw a short film in high school about this, about a guy, how he dealt with someone with mind-reading powers is like, he just, in his mind, imagined himself screaming as fucking loud as possible so the other person would just, grab their ears and, like, shake their head.
Okay, yeah.
So it's like, okay, just do that.
Yeah.
Like, just imagine in your mind the loudest noise fucking possible.
Yeah, or just think of fucked up shit in your head or something like that.
Yeah. It's like, okay, there you go, problem solved. It's like, what is he gonna do, turn it off?
Yeah.
Can he do that?
I don't know. This power seems kind of bullshit, so maybe.
Kuroda will just be able to read my thoughts, so it's pointless to try and come up with a plan. Okay, well, what if you're like bilingual and you just think your thoughts in a different language? Then can he read them? Does he?
Sorry, something. That's an interesting question for a neurologist to answer, but I don't think we have neurologists watching us. If we do, please contribute your 2 cents on that for how, like...
Oh, there is no fucking neurologist answer.
For whether you think in languages or not.
So, like, we're gonna get a fucking paragraph response from somebody with, like, Shadow the Hedgehog as their avatar?
As a PhD in nuclear engineering and bioastronomy, I know literally fucking everything, and the Wikipedia article tells me that probably.
Mm-hmm. We still have one way to beat you, Kuroda. Reina mutters so softly I'm not certain I heard her right.
Is she gonna inject another microchip in her and become
Reina,
like a
what do you...
girl?
Reina seems hesitant to answer when okay, she's gonna say something like, we need to kill the people in the tubes or whatever. It's like they're already dead anyway. It's going to be emotional, but they're still going to write it poorly anyway.
Yeah.
さすがだな、折笠君。君の考えること。
You really are brilliant, Orikasa-kun. What a plan. How about we just yell really loudly in our minds? Or just think of pictures of penises. Then he won't look at them.
Don't make assumptions. He might like the dicks, you know?
Okay, how about Sonic the Hedgehog penises? Knuckles the Echidna penis.
Okay, but with this guy, I'm more inclined to think that he would like that than other people. Like, he seems like a kind of a weird guy.
Alright, anyways, let's get back to this amazing game. Kuroda laughed as he looks over at Reina happily. Reina, please tell me. Yeah, it's obvious. Come
あ
on.
の装置を止めてしまえば
If we shut down those machines, Kuroda won't be able to use their powers. Look, you know, I understand this, but at the same time, you know, he's done pretty okay without those powers so far.
And I mean, he has the telekinesis thing, so can't he just, like, push you away whenever you try to break one?
Yeah, but like, say like you kill all Serrano and all the other people here.
Yeah.
It's like okay, it's like what am I
He's
gonna
still
do?
a quadrillionaire.
Yeah, still a quadrillionaire, has his own personal fucking army.
And he can detect people who have powers and capture them as well.
Kuroda's just borrowing other people's powers, so all we have to do is beat him is cut his link with the manifestors he's harvesting. It's a rather simple method, but it'll work. But that means that everyone will, yes,
犠牲にす
they'll
る
all have to be sacrificed. Reina tries to say it calmly, but I can tell her face is pale. There's no way we can do that. Even if they'll never wake up again. Even if they're all vegetables, they're still alive in there. I'd have to kill Serrano and everyone else in there. Seeing how we've stopped moving, Kuroda asked us happily.
ここにいる全員を殺して回るかね。
Can you really kill everyone in here?
悪を倒すためならば多少の犠牲はやむを得ないというわけ。
You should know that some sacrifices are necessary in order to defeat evil. He's even admitted he's evil! Jesus
Yeah.
Christ with this guy!
And, like, I get the
Like,
whole...
okay, hold on a second, no. I know we're stopping every 2 seconds since we fucking seen this guy on screen, but it's like, I can't help it. He's just this fucking stupid. I have to tell everyone how stupid it is.
Like, he's like the black hole of stupid villains. Like it's an infinite amount of stupid in a finite amount of space, or finite amount of space. Like, and that's the thing. Like, and okay, on top of this, like, I get why, because their best friend is in one of them, that it'd be hard to kill her, even if you're not really killing her. But like, at this point, he has a point that yeah, they're all kind of dead already. Like,
Yeah.
like it'd be like imagine if like at this point, like, he's basically like enslaving their bodies beyond death. So like at that point, it seems like killing them would be a mercy, because he's
Yeah.
just using them so that they'll freak the fuck out inside their head. Like, they're not alive anymore.
Yeah. I glare at Kuroda, but glaring at him won't change anything.
やっぱりできないここにいる人たちを犠牲にするなん
I
て
can't do it. I can't bring myself to kill all these innocent people. Reina mutters softly, then bites her lip.
He'll probably just find some way to like use his healing power on all of them.
I look over at the sleeping Serrano again. That's definitely the real Serrano. Perhaps you couldn't call her truly alive, but her shoulders still faintly move up and down as she breathes. I can still try to get that Serrano back. Should I try and fight to the bitter end, clinging to that faint ray of hope? Or should I sacrifice her physical body forever in order to defeat Kuroda, who did this to her in the first place?
Will we actually get a choice for this, or will it just be some bullshit?
What should I do? Okay, let's save it, and this save is gonna fuck up anyway, you know.
Yeah, go back and click the quick save as well, actually. Click quick save, and then we can click quick load if there's a
Okay,
choice. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yes, I was gonna say that too. So
I've had enough of this bullshit. She's dead, okay?
Rena's best girl, anyways.
Serrano's cute.
I mean, I'm not saying she's bad, but like, look, it saved the cute blue-haired girl, or chop up a vegetable. Call me a vegetarian.
I've decided.
装置を
Let's shut down the machines.
ヒロキ本当にそれでいいの
With this choice really being impactful, like, he'd probably just kill us if we picked the other one, and we'd get a quick game over. Hiroki, you're really okay with that?
Wait. Okay, no, I was gonna say, I was like, is this game seriously gonna be like, are you okay? That's like, no, I'm not okay with that, and just completely steamroll over our choice. I was expecting this game to do that. Maybe it will still do that.
Yeah, we're gonna get out of this alive. Of course, Serrano is still precious to me, but we're the only people who can stop the person who ruined the lives of Serrano and everyone else trapped in here. The person who drove Aoi-san into a corner, the person who nearly killed Kakeru, the person who's committed countless sins. We're the only ones who can stop Kuroda. Now's the time to use the life Serrano sacrificed herself to protect. I need to do this for Serrano, who wished for a better future, who believed I'd be able to preserve the balance of the world. And also for Reina, who is the only reason I'm alive right now.
You know, it occurred to me we probably could have quit just before that choice and kept a real good cliffhanger, but it's too late now.
It's too late now, let's go.
わかった。
Alright.
ここまで来られたのはヒロキがいてく
The
れ
only
た。
reason I was able to make it this far was because of you, Hiroki. Reina smiles gently as she says that.
だからヒロキの一番大切だ
That's
と思う
why
の
I'll
は
put my faith in what you think is the most important, Hiroki.
レーナありがとう
Reina, thank you. Reina's accepted my choice.
君たちが出した
So that's the answer you've chosen. Kuroda says expressionlessly as he hears our
そう
answer.
だあんたの計画は
That's right, your ambitions end here.
この後に及んでおめでたい発想だな
It's a bit late in the game for it now, but I suppose I shall commend you for your resolve. Kuroda smiles.
Well, at least someone playing this game has fucking resolve left.
It's like he doesn't care about our declaration at all. He's underestimating us, thinking that there's no way we'd be able to shut down the capsules.
ここにいる全員を
You plan to kill every last person here?
Yeah, I eat vegetables all the time.
Rage wells up within me when I hear Kuroda say that. However, it's true that that's basically what we're going to do. No, he killed them. But I've already decided. I slowly stand up. I face off against Kuroda. When suddenly I hear a metallic click behind me. Let me guess. Oh, cool, Aoi. Aoi. When I turn around, Aoi-san's pointing a gun at me.
ヒロキ空のを見捨てるの
Hiroki, are you going to abandon Serrano?
違う
Oh, is this one of those games where you
So
die if you
nice.
pick the wrong
Oh,
option?
Yeah, you've told me about that plenty of
Oh,
times.
right, yeah.
No, I'm not
Oh,
abandoning her, Aoi-san.
そうだ
That's right. Good job, Aoi-kun. Kuroda slowly walks over to Aoi-san.
黒だ
おっと動かないでいた
Oh, please don't move, Kusahara-kun.
君のその能力は確かに称賛に値するが
Your recovery ability is indeed amazing, but you are by no means immortal. Do please keep that in mind.
君を本当の意味で殺すことは不
It
可
is
能ではない
most certainly possible for me to kill you. Jesus Christ, take too long to talk.
それにたとえ君が死ななかったとしても折笠君に死んでもらうだけだ
And if it turns out that I actually cannot kill you, I can always kill Orikasa-kun.
Well, then he'll just kill the people even more because he'll be mad.
Kuroda stands next to Aoi-san and lightly pats her shoulder.
大切な妹を助けられなかった君も
You will have to make some sacrifices too, since you weren't able to save your dear sister before.
心配しなくていいこれが終われば君には空野くんの肉体も記憶データも手に入る
Don't worry, once this is all over, you can have Serrano-kun's memories in her body. Yeah, right, he'd do that.
I mean, honestly, she could just pop him one in the head right now and fucking take the body. It's
But he
literally
could
right there.
we could read them her mind before he could do that. She could do that.
Can you outthink a fucking bullet? Like, that's what I'm fucking saying. Bullets move really fast. You just fucking Neo that shit at like fucking 65? I don't think so.
Kuroda's just trying to shift the blame onto her. If Aoi-san had been there when Serrano died, then maybe she could have saved her. Kuroda's using that kind of logic to cause Aoi-san to hate herself even more, and make her more susceptible to listening to him. Then he's showing her a potential path to redemption, a way to undo the past, a way for her to clear away her self-loathing. By doing so, he's making her think it's necessary to take this path. This is how Kuroda deceived and manipulated so many people.
葵さん空野がさらわれたのはあなたのせいじゃない
Aoi-san, it's not your fault that Serrano was
過
kidnapped.
去なかったことになんてできないはずです俺にも葵さんにも
There's no way you can undo the past. I can't do it, and neither can you, Aoi-san.
Until we reload our save.
This fucker is the reason Serrano's like this. Why does she have the gun to us?
like, I get that, okay, he can read her mind, so he knows to manipulate her, but this is literally convincing her something that's obviously not true.
こんなことをしても一生
Like,
満たされることなん
once
てないん
once
で
he
すよ
showed her that, like, oh,
葵さん
here's Serrano in a thing I preserved, like, yeah, boom, pop him right in the head. That's what you do. He wouldn't even be able to react to that. The steam would be out there, and he'd be like, oh shit, that was a bad idea. Bam.
You'll never be happy if you do this, Aoi-san. Aoi-san doesn't say anything. She just points the gun at me with trembling arms.
楠原君結局君には人を
In the end,
殺せる
Kusahara-kun,
勇気などない
you don't have the guts to kill someone.
君
If
の
only
ダ
leveled
メ
up
な
his
と
social
ころは
stats
そ
more.
こさ
That is your weakness.
たとえ能力を発現していても使う意志がなければ
Even if you can
無価値
manifest your power without the will to use it, it's meaningless.
だが安心したまえその力は
But don't worry, I'll use your power quite effectively.
さてもういいだろう
Now then, I grow tired of the charade.
君たちには退場してもらおう
It's time for you two to leave the stage.
撃ちたまえ
Shoot them, Aoi-kun. Reina goes stiff beside me. I step in front of her to protect her. Aoi-san's whole body is trembling. It looks like she'll pull the trigger at any minute. Doesn't look like I'll be able to get through to her anymore. However, I let out a long breath and slowly raise my hands.
葵さん
I understand, Aoi-san. What?
葵さんの決意が
You've made your decision,
だ
Aoi-san.
から俺も覚悟を
And
決めまし
well,
た
so have I. I suddenly take a step forward. Oh, is he gonna kill Aoi? That might be an interesting... When I step forward, I feel my heart squeeze tight. Aoi-san puts her finger on the
よ
trigger.
うやく引き金に指をかけましたね
You finally put your finger on the trigger, Aoi-san.
本当は撃つ気がないんじゃないですか
You don't really plan on shooting, do you?
そんなこと
That's not.
いいんですよ
It's fine.
葵さんは
It's fine if you shoot me.
どうして。
だって葵さんの気持ち俺もよくわかる
After all, I understand how you feel.
That's some
空
pretty
野と話せる
pretty
の
dumb
が
logic.
記憶だけでも手に入れられるならって
If it'll let me talk to Serrano, then I don't care if it's just memory data. I'll do anything. I still feel that way a little bit. So that's why I take one more step forward. I still don't hear a gunshot. Stop.
だからもし撃つなら俺が死んだ後空野がこれ以上ひどい目に遭わないようにしてくださ
So
い
that's why if you choose to shoot me, at least make sure no more harm comes to Serrano after I die.
そして
I'll be leaving Serrano to you. I take one more step. Now another step forward, another step closer. Ow. Hiroki! I hear a thunderous gunshot and feel a sharp pain in my right shoulder, so I've been shot, but I'm not dead yet. I take another step forward. Stop. And another. Please.
葵さん
Howie-san. I grab the gun and push it against my
ここで
chest.
すよここです
You've got to aim here if you want to kill me. Oh, fuck off.
Like, I like how he literally stepped close enough that he was like 3 steps away from her when she finally shot. Like, I'm just gonna walk closer.
I hold the gun close so that Aoi-san can feel the beating of my heart, so that my feelings can reach her.
選んでください
Now choose, Aoi-san. I stand there waiting for Aoi-san's answer. Regardless of the outcome, I won't have any regrets. I just don't want to see Aoi-san suffer any more than this. Eventually, Aoi-san starts sobbing. In the end, Aoi-san can't pull the trigger. I slowly put my hands on the gun. It's alright. I slowly take the gun from Aoi-san's hands. Aoi-san starts wailing and tears gush forth as if a dam has burst. I gently pat Aoi-san's back. If things had been just a little different, I might have been the one pointing that gun at someone. It's a really depressing thought. Aoi-san just wanted to be forgiven. That's why she picked such a perilous path. She chose to throw herself into pain and suffering. But at the end of such a path is just more suffering. I look over to Reina and entrust Aoi-san to her. What? This isn't? I glare at Kuroda. I expect him to start ridiculing us, but instead he looks shaken. Shut up! Kuroda curses while holding his head in his hands. His expression is a mixture of annoyance and confusion. I signal Reina to take Aoi-san and get away from me. Shit! Kuroda swings wildly at the air in front of him. As he does so, space itself looks like it warps for an instant, and the ground at Kuroda's feet cracks. The cracks start snaking toward us. I jump to the left to avoid them. The cracks travel all the way to one of the black pillars. The glass cracks and the AR display vanishes. Then suddenly the pillar's lighting vanishes and the inside goes dark. You. I won't forgive you! How dare you defy me! The air around Kuroda grows heavy. It's coming. As Kuroda begins to move, I dash forward. We both start running towards each other, but I'm the one with the head start. I paint a picture in my mind of all the blood in my body flowing from my torso to the tips of my fingers and toes. As if following the outline of my image, the tingling runs through my body. I throw a punch aiming for Kuroda's jaw. Kuroda crosses his arms in front of him. Before my right arm can make contact, it's repulsed by an invisible wall of air. But it's not as powerful as before when it blew me away. In fact, it feels almost as if my arm manages to sink in a little ways into the air wall. You little. This time, I use my left fist and aim for his stomach. I'm blocked by yet another wall of air, but this wall of air is even weaker. One more push. I gather strength in my right leg and... With his arms still crossed, Kuroda jabs his left hand out like a spear.
Sorry, with his arm still crossed, he jabs out his arm? I'm not really following that motion.
I don't know. I instantly try to change the trajectory of my kick, but I'm too late as I feel a stab of pain on my left side as air whooshes past my cheek. I grit my teeth in pain, but I still lash out again with another punch. I feel it blocked by another layer of wind. Meanwhile, Kuroda bends his left arm around the right side of his head. He then throws a wild backhanded haymaker at my temple. A powerful shockwave of air passes over my head. The strength of the wind pulls a few hairs off of my head. However, I keep low enough to avoid a direct hit from Kuroda. But then a strong gust starts blowing in the direction that Kuroda swung in. Withstanding the sudden gust, I push off with my right foot, jumping slightly to the left. I move in close to Kuroda, putting myself as close to his torso as possible. Kuroda's body is pulled forward because of the force of his swing, leaving his entire torso completely unprotected. I pound my left fist into him as hard as I can. Using the power of his rotation, Kuroda brings his right hand down to block. He parries my fist downward with his hand. The parry knocks me off balance and I nearly fall over. However, instead of trying to resist the pull, I go with it and roll onto the ground. But because of that, I end up turning my back to Kuroda. I make a split-second judgment and decide that it's more important to put as much distance between us as possible than to turn around. I sneak a queek. I sneak a queek.
Yeah.
I'd say I killed the mood, but there had to be one first.
Yeah. Well, that'll just have to become a meme for your next, Pokemon thing, whatever.
I sneak a quick sidelong glance back at Kuroda and see that he's unleashing another spear thrust. I roll slightly to the side to avoid his straight thrust. There's a hole drilled into the floor where I was a split second ago. I stand up and turn around to face Kuroda. Shit. What on earth is this? What did you do, you bastard? Kuroda's been spouting incomprehensible stuff for a while now, so I'm gonna go ahead and assume that Serrano felt Aoi-san's emotions and now is fighting back or some shit.
Yeah, could be. I mean, I don't really care at this point.
Yeah. Kuroda's been spouting incomprehensible stuff for a while. I don't even know what you're talking about. Kuroda doesn't answer my question, he just takes his stance again. If I can kill you, then... Kuroda starts to make another sweeping motion with his arms. But he stops halfway and covers both his ears with his hands. What are you saying? Shut up! Stop! This is the opening I needed. This is my only chance to beat him. I charge at Kuroda. I focus everything I have into my right arm in order to pierce through Kuroda's defenses at a single point. Kuroda feebly waves his right arm at me while groaning in pain. I don't even bother dodging. I don't want to stop my momentum even a bit. A strong gust of wind blows past me. I don't see anything pass by. But as the wind slams into me, a huge gash appears, going from my right thigh all the way to upper left half of my chest. But I don't stop. I throw all of my weight forward and raise my fist. And then I let it fly. Wait, he wasn't even that close to him?
I don't know, this visual.
You!
I'm so bad with space.
Kuroda thrusts both hands forward. A wall of wind blocks my fist once more. But this time, I'm gonna blow past it. I push forward with both legs. My fist slowly sinks deeper into the wall of air. I feel my fist shatter through some thin pain, and resistance vanishes. My fist connects with Kuroda's face. The resounding impact of it reverberates throughout my body. Kuroda's body is blown backwards. Kuroda's head crashes into the wall behind him, and he slowly slides to the ground. I stare at him warily, but it doesn't look like he's able to get up. I stare at my right hand. I was able to get back at him with this hand. I walk over to Serrano. Serrano's sleeping peacefully, not moving a muscle. Was I able to fulfill Serrano's wish?
ヒロキ、おそらくこの装置のシステムは
Hiroki.
黒田の MRD
The control system for these capsules is probably linked to... You don't need to shut it down. He's knocked down. Just take your little pen blade and slit his throat.
Yeah, that or like we're breaking it so he can't use it ever, but either way, they completely ignored our choice.
Yeah, they did, didn't they?
Yeah.
Reina says as she walks up beside me.
だから黒田が
So while Kuroda's unconscious, we need to kill him.
Yeah. It's a pretty justifiable situation. He literally tried to shoot you and then crushed you with telekinesis.
Got it. We can't waste the chance that Serrano gave us.
And tortured you by drilling holes in your brain.
I walk over to the collapsed Kuroda. He's definitely unconscious, but seeing as his shoulders are rising and falling, he's probably not dead. We need some way to tie him up. Now that we've learned the truth, we need to tell the public about it. Which means we need to make him talk somehow. I lean over and try to take Kuroda's MR...
Walk him through the fucking facility!
What? What do you mean?
Like, he's like, oh, we need to tell the public this, and he needs to confess. No, he doesn't. Walk him through the fucking facility. Walk the public through the fucking facility.
I thought you meant walk Kuroda through the facility. That's why I was confused.
No, sorry. No, I'm saying, like, take the public, be like, hey, you want evidence? Here's the thing where they were doing all the horrible experimentation.
I lean over and try to take Kuroda's MRD as I consider all this, but as I reach out my hand to take off his left wrist. You will not! Kuroda thrusts his right hand out towards me. Shit. I fly through the air and crash into the ground a few meters away. Hiroki. Trying to bear the pain, I lift my head up and see Reina running over to me.
You know, if only there was someone with a gun in this scene who could shoot that guy. He's obviously evil.
But behind her, Kuroda's... Wait, didn't Hiroki take the gun?
Oh, he did? Maybe I wasn't paying a whole lot of
Why
attention.
did he shoot the gun?
Yeah, that doesn't answer the question either. Yeah, someone has a gun. You gotta pop this motherfucker.
It's like, okay, if it's like, if you can gently sort of push back a guy throwing a punch, it's like, okay, try and stop a fucking bullet with your mind powers.
Unless it's like one of those stupid Dune rules where... Oh, sorry. Yeah. Unless it's like one of those stupid Dune rules where, like, fast things get blocked harder than slow things from, like, a kinetic field.
Or it's like, or no, it's just, it's the bullshit where it's like, did you ever see the Robot Chicken skit? Where it's just like, it's a guy, like, he's fighting a werewolf, and the werewolf won't die because he's not getting hit with silver. So what the guy does is he hits him with the shovel and he continues to like beat him. Then he like grinds him up and then snorts him. And then he's like taking later on you can see him taking a shit. And then like it cuts to like a bunch of nerds playing D&D and he's just like, the book says you didn't use silver, so he's still alive.
Yeah.
It's that kind of bullshit.
Yeah. I think we actually joked about this earlier in one of the playthroughs.
Maybe. It's... Trevor... We started this in fucking last year.
Yeah, but I remember making a joke about gravity's not made of silver.
Yeah, but... Trevor, look. December of last year is when we fucking began this shit.
Yeah. We're actually... This is more than a year at this point, so...
Yeah, we're terrible, everyone.
Yeah.
Hey, in my defense, nobody watched me when I started uploading this.
Yeah.
I was doing it out of friendship.
I was doing it for the fame. Fuck you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Reina. Kuroda takes a gun out of his breast pocket. He then takes aim at Reina's back.
Why is Reina not facing him in this situation?
Reina, get down now. Huh? There was a gunshot. A second later, I hear a gunshot. Reina collapses on top of me. Oh. Hiroki. Reina's face is right next to me. Reina. I hurriedly pull Reina into my arms and quickly check her back, but there's no blood anywhere. I look over... Okay, Aoi shot him instead.
Okay.
I look over at Kuroda and see blood pouring out of his chest. Okay. Aoi-san standing next to us, her gun pointed at Kuroda.
Only deciding to shoot him when it would have the most dramatic tension of all.
Aoi-san's the one who fired. Why? I'll refer you to like the last 3 episodes. I think you can find a few reasons.
Yeah, this would be like a dictator and like the people are overthrowing him and he's like, but what did I do to upset you? Like, no, you fucking know, you piece of shit.
Kuroda backs into the wall and slides down, leaving a trail of blood behind him as he collapses. I also just want to kind of point out that that Kuroda kind of just did nothing but appear in like this part of the novel to just be like, haha, I did all this all along and I was so clever and genius. It's like, no.
Yeah, it's
like it kind of felt like the game thought it was a lot fucking smarter than it really was.
Because I mean, they threw him in that one time, but like he was basically just a fucking nobody, and yeah, like that's the thing. It's like if you have an antagonist like that, you got to establish them early.
But he appeared on the news.
Yeah, but
that one time.
Like,
oh wait, no, he was in like the thing at the very, very beginning for a few seconds talking about stuff.
I mean, he's basically like.
Ray and I stand up and head towards Kuroda. Now it's really over, Kuroda.
Yeah, because the thing totally killed him last time. Oh, he's still alive.
Kuroda grins as blood dribbles out of his mouth. Do you truly believe my death is the end of it all?
Well, it is an episodic series, so I guess they need to stretch this bullshit out further.
I'm not the only one who's going to be buried here.
Oh, okay, this is like you defeat the villain and his lair explodes.
Kuroda points to a corner of the room with a trembling finger. We all look towards the corner of the ceiling that he's pointing to. There's a security camera there. Reina suddenly shouts. I look back at Kuroda and see that he's doing something on his MRD. Shit, he was just... Did he really just pull up? Look over there! Look over there!
Yeah.
No! No! Oh!
And this is why we're not playing the sequel. I don't give a shit.
Okay, yeah, I agree too. We're not playing fucking episode 2 unless this gets like the first part gets like 100,000 views and everyone's like, play the sequel, you fucking morons.
Look, you don't even have a Patreon. If you had a Patreon goal for it and you were gonna give me half the money, I'd fucking do it. But like, no, I don't. Look, I'm not saying I didn't have fun recording this, but this is beyond my bullshit tolerance. Like,
oh, I just want this game to be.
We're playing something fun next time.
Yes, we will. I've got a bad feeling about this. I take my hand off Reina's shoulder and run over to Kuroda. But Kuroda just thrusts his left hand towards me and laughs. Haha, I'll be taking you with me. Suddenly a warning noise blares throughout the room. Concealment sequence activated. This research facility will self-destruct in 20 minutes. All personnel, please evacuate immediately.
It has 7 underground floors. It's bigger than the whole tall-ass building and the public park underneath it, and you have 20 fucking minutes to evacuate. No, that's 20 minutes to tell you're already fucking dead.
What? This research facility is going to blow up?
In a speed that fucking Usain Bolt couldn't run out of.
Hey, stop the countdown! I grabbed Kuroda's left wrist and shouted at him, but... Kuroda's already dead. Damn it. I slowly let go of Kuroda's hand. I feel someone's hand on my shoulder, and I turn around.
Hiroki.
Yeah,
Hiroki, look over there! I look over to where Rain is pointing. It's the capsule that's holding Serrano. The AR display at the top changes colors to red and reads disconnected. Don't tell me. Serrano's most likely. I think when Kuroda died, everyone else linked with him also. Reina trails off. When I look around, all of the capsules say the same thing.
Okay, so we're gonna kill everyone involved either way. That's a great choice, guys.
That word is all I need to infer what must have happened. I like how their word choice for alive was alive, but dead is disconnected.
Because they're probably still alive and they're just disconnected. Also, I think you can kind of see some nips behind the disconnected bar.
Don't tell YouTube that!
Oh, it's okay. I'm putting my hand over the screen. You can't see it anymore.
So all the manifestors here died. It's too dangerous to remain here. Hiroki, let's go. If those of us who know the truth die too, then no one will be able to stop this anymore. That's why we need to get out of here alive. Yeah, you're right. She's right. Our job's not done yet. We need to bring the truth back with us. Right now, all I can do is prolong the life that Serrano gave to me, so... Is this the climax? Are we near the end?
Yeah, hopefully. By the way, just a stray thought occurred to me.
What do the magical girls have to do with anything in this plot again?
That's also a good stray thought.
What about the group of police officers that were working against the corruption in the police station?
They're gonna die in the next episode or whatever. I don't fucking care. Okay. So they said this building is bigger than the public park underneath it.
Yes.
Okay, so the building is supporting the excavation they did underneath that public park, and they're blowing it up.
Yeah.
Okay, so everyone above that public park right now is dead within 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're basically turning the city into a fucking crater. I'm pretty sure the truth is gonna get out either way.
We stand up. 19 minutes. We've only got 19 minutes left. We gotta get out of here within that time limit.
Hopefully we only have fucking 19 minutes left.
Way to over fucking state.
Yeah.
Someone's padding the word counts.
Yeah.
Aoi-san, let's go. I look over at Aoi-san, but she shakes her head. I will stay with Serrano. Aoi. There's no meaning for me to keep living when I couldn't even protect Serrano.
Take her to the fucking box and carry her with you. Maybe she's still alive.
I tightly grab Aoi-san's hand. If you're not leaving, Aoi-san, then neither am I.
Reina, you're the smart one. Leave.
What are you saying? After all, I wasn't able to protect Serrano either. Hiroki. This facility will self-destruct in 18 minutes. 18 minutes left. Yes, that is what just said. Aoi-san, please. Don't let me die here, too. Aoi-san and I stare into each other silently. We just stand there looking at each other for nearly a minute. 17 minutes! Suddenly I feel Aoi-san grab my hand back. Alright. Aoi-san nods slowly. Suddenly the ground beneath us rumbles, and a thunderous roar echoes around us. Have the explosions already begun on the lower floors?
There's lower floors to this shit?
We need to hurry. Come on, Aoi-san. Well, at least all the asshole scientists probably die too.
Yeah. And the janitors too.
Oh yeah, like fucking like they have custodians for this shit.
Someone has to keep the place clean. Just she like shit all over the floors.
This place is all dirty though.
I mean, on a moral level, sure. Floors seem like that.
The three of us run for the entrance together.
I mean, it's mostly just poorly lit rather than dirty. I mean, that
we pass through the same rows of capsules we walk through on our way in here. You think this would be a good place to stop? We've been going over an hour.
Let's just do it a really big episode. You can split it up into smaller parts while you're editing it if need be.
Okay. We passed through the same rows of capsules we walked through on our way in here.
Now the viewers will be confused that this is like part whatever plus what the one we're currently doing.
Each and every one of them has gone dark. Just like when we came here, the only light we have to guide us is the silent illumination at our feet. We finally make it back to the entrance. But unlike when we came in, the door isn't open this time. Now that I think about it, right after we came, the door locked behind us, didn't it? Oh shit. I panic for a moment, worried we won't be able to get it open, but... Hiroki, over there. Reina points to a panel next to the door. I run over to it and see a rectangular panel with an AR display next to it saying locked. Give me a second. Reina fishes inside the inner pocket of her jacket for a while before pulling something out. It's a card of some sort. It must be some kind of ID card that Connect Center researchers have for authorization.
She's like, oh, give this to my family, then pulls out a gun and shoots herself because she can't escape. Just saying.
What did you say? I couldn't hear you.
I saying she has the ID card. She says, give this to my family, and then shoots herself with a gun because she can't escape anymore.
Uh-huh. I was the one in charge of all this research, so I should have access to this system as well, probably. As she says that, she presses her card up against the panel. With a small electronic beep, the AR changes to unlocked.
That shouldn't work.
Quick, back to the door. Ray and I head back to the door. It's open. I was thinking of throwing it away before, but I'm glad I didn't. This is probably the first time I've ever felt thankful to Kuroda since he didn't revoke your access, which
but
is
if you
kind
had
of...
access to the room, why did she never know about it? And if she didn't know about it, why did they give her access to it? Seems like a glaring oversight. It's like that.
Why had the door even locked in the first place?
It's like that time he said, oh, my MRD's out of batteries. It just feels like something they threw in so they could get themselves out of a plot hole.
Reina and I share a quick smile. Alright, Aoi-san, you're... As I turn around, I feel something push hard against my back. Reina and I stagger a few steps forward due to the force, enough to clear the doorway and make it into the hall. Oh, that's why we have a door. When I turn around, I see Aoi-san still within the room. She pushes Reina and me outside, doesn't take a single step out herself. Aoi-san smiles faintly when I call out to her. Sorry. She mouths silently before... The door closes behind us. Then I hear 2 gunshots from inside. What?
So I'm guessing she shot, like...
Herself?
Yeah, but, like, I think Serrano first, but, like, that was a really far distance away, even for, like, a revolver or a pistol or whatever it hit, so... Like...
Yeah. I run over to the door, but it doesn't open.
That or she's just trying to do the gunshot noise to, like, make them not worry, but she was nervous, so she fucked up and pressed the button twice.
Out of the way. Reina presses her ID card into the panel on the side of the door, like she did before to open it. But nothing happens. Okay, so there's a reason for the door now. It's okay.
Narrative convenience.
The door stays closed. Those gunshots earlier. She must have shot the electronic system that opens and closes. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Shit, why? Why did it have to come to this?
Because deaths are edgy and cool.
Aoi-san. I pound my fist against the door. I finally hear a faint voice from behind. I'm sorry, Hiroki. But I'm her big sister, you know? I have to be by her side at the very end. What are you saying, Aoi-san? This isn't fair. Live on. The sound of footsteps reaches my ears. Oh, don't fucking give me that. Practice what you preach.
It, like...
The sound of footsteps reaches my ears.
But that's like a big metal ceiling door. How is it transferring sound so much?
And that sound slowly fades further and further away. Aoi-san! I pound on the door as hard as I can. Why? Why, damn it? I pound the door so hard my hand starts to hurt. Hiroki, you're bleeding. Reina stops my right hand. There are red marks all over the door.
How much time do they have left?
Not a lot.
It was announcing every fucking minute earlier.
Well, they have to get out of there right in the last 10 seconds.
Which conveniently lasts for like 30 seconds in real time.
I sit down on the floor and stay there for a while, completely silent. 15 minutes. 15 minutes left. What do we do? You get out of there, son. We get out of here.
私たちは
We need to carry the wishes of both Serrano and Aoi-san, too. I look over at Reina, who's sitting next to me. Her eyes are shining with unshakable determination.
マップを元に辿っていけばきっと地上に出られ
If we
る
follow that map you were given, we should be able to make it to the surface. Come on, let's go.
And she saved her game right just then, so, she can always reload if she dies.
Reina grabs my hand as she says that. I feel like something like this has happened before. I remember now. It's just like the first time I met Reina at the Connect Center. Reina dragged me along with her back then, too.
It's like poetry, it rhymes.
I squeeze Reina's hand in return and stand up.
そうだな。
You're right. I still have a job left to do. And there's no way I can let the girl in front of me let Reina die.
Better fucking not.
I pull Reina along with me as I run off down the dark hallway. The strong shock waves are causing the walls to start collapsing. They were pretty intermittent before, but the shock waves are happening continually now. And they're getting stronger too. I hear the sound of something collapsing far away every now and again.
確か、さっきの部屋が廊下の一番突き当たりだったから。
That room we were in
階段か何かが。
back there was at the furthest end of the hallway, so as long as we just go backwards, we should reach the stairway somewhere.
待って
Wait,
あそこ
the route up ahead is blocked off. There's a pile of rubble blocking our way forward. It must have happened in that earlier mini earthquake.
くそ。マップだとこの先に階
Damn
段が
it.
ありそうなのにな。
According to the map, the stairs should be past here.
別ルートを探す
We
し
need to
かない
find a different route. But no matter which direction we try to go in, we find our way blocked by rubble. Finally, we just end up near the room we were in before.
さっきから同じところを回っているような気が
I
する。
feel like we've just been running in circles.
まずいわね
This is not good.
もう一度マップをよく見
Let me
せ
take a look at the map one more time. Reina's starting to sound worried.
秘匿措置シーケンスが実行されました。本研究施設は5分後に
This research facility will self-destruct in 5 minutes. Only 5 minutes left. If we just keep wandering the halls like this, we'll end up buried. As I'm trying to formulate our next move.
ヒロ
Hiro-kun. Oh, God. It was Serrano's voice.
Cool.
It's a voice that I shouldn't be able to hear here of all places.
Is it her hologram self talking?
Can I?
No, we have to continue watching this for Sailor Moon Cat or whatever it is. Like, because at this point, this is just gonna be the next.
Remember,
Next
she liked cats!
the next one's gonna be like a fucking full Sailor Moon, or it has the magical girls. It has the fucking magic cat. They're gonna fight like bad guys who power themselves off of the negative emotions of teenage girls. And because it's post Madoka, it's gonna be dark and edgy, and it's gonna be a deconstruction of the magical girl genre. It's gonna be like by pretentious swankers everywhere.
I turn in the direction the voice came from and find myself staring at the end of the hallway.
Fucking fight me, Madoka fans.
There's a single white cat staring at us with its head tilted quizzically. When it sees me staring, it turns the corner and runs off down the left side of the intersection.
This is the true ending from Star Fox 64.
Oh my god, it is!
Yeah.
A dead furry creature is leading us out of the way, out of here, after the evil old guy is blowing everything up?
Yeah.
Holy shit!
And it's your long lost person you looked up to leading you away.
This is... They stole the ending from Star Fox 64! I can't even believe this! What's wrong?
今、
I just heard a voice, and when I looked to see where it came from, I saw the white cat. Huh? Reina takes a look at the end of the hallway as well and gives me a puzzled look.
ヒロキ
Hiroki, you. I can tell Reina doesn't believe me. If I hadn't just seen it with my own eyes, I wouldn't believe it either. But
いや、
I'm sure I saw it. I take Reina's hand and pull her down with me the hallway where I saw the cat.
ちょっと
Wait!
レナ、俺を信じてくれ。
Reina, please believe me.
Is it really the hardest thing to believe after all that's fucking happened in the past 7 days?
Reina.
言い争う時間だって欲しい
Well, we really don't have the time to be arguing right now.
もしいなかったら
But if there's nothing there, we are going with a different plan right away. Alright. Dragging Reina along, I turn the corner and... There it is. The white cat is standing at the end of the hall again. And the moment it sees us, it runs off again. This time it takes a right at the intersection.
見たか
Did you see it?
ええ
I did. Well, thank goodness. So it's not just some kind of hallucination. But Reina follows up with a however right after.
あれについていくと
You don't really plan to follow it, do you?
ついていけば外に出られると
Do you really think that thing can lead us out of here?
As long as we don't use items and we're on Final Destination.
Reina, listen to me.
今ここで一番違和感のある存在はあの猫なんだ
Right now, the number one thing that doesn't make any sense here is that cat.
And everything about this fucking story up until this point.
Doesn't make any sense?
ここにいるはずのない存在
How on earth did a cat get
普
here?
通に考えて
If you think about it, it shouldn't be here at all. Except this is a huge research facility where they're testing memories on organic things, so who's to say they weren't testing it on a cat? There you go, mystery solved!
Yeah, more like a doggo, or probably some monkeys too. Maybe
So
some.
that-
何か意味があると思う
So that means, conversely, that the fact that it is here must have had some kind of significance.
それにさっき
And besides, I heard it earlier.
聞こえたって
Heard what exactly?
それは
Well, he was talking. I hesitate for a second. If I tell her, she might think I'm crazy.
秘匿措置シーケンスが実行されました。本
3
研究施
minutes.
設は
Okay, the elevator ride isn't it, that's more that's longer. That's shorter than the elevator ride will take, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, yeah.
We're
they're-
dead. All personnel, please evacuate. The announcer's voice echoes throughout the building. Only 3 minutes left. We're really running out of time here. I heard Serrano's voice.
No.
Nothing.
We didn't hear anything. We're gonna die, because fuck this game, okay?
But, well, that is what Fox McCloud says once he gets out, right? He's just like, nah, I just imagined it or something.
Okay, good. Star Fox canon ending achieved.
No, it's best not to mention it.
勘違いだ
No, it's nothing. I probably imagined it. That's right, Serrano's dead and gone. It's probably just some kind of hallucination because my brain still doesn't want to accept that. I suppose I really am going insane.
ひろき
Reina grabs my shoulders and shakes me.
さっきの
That's probably just a hallucination because of the extreme prices, where brains probably can't just conjure it up the same image. That's right, I need to get... Oh, fuck off! That's not what we chose! If I don't, then we're going to die here.
とにかく
Anyway, we're not giving up. Let's keep searching for an exit. You got it. Ray and I head down the dark hallway. And we're dead! Because we didn't... But we can't seem to find a single path that would lead us to a stairs that will be our salvation. Stairs!
Yeah.
Stairs! Oh, son. You ain't getting out of here through the stairs in 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Basement floor 7. Panic starts to cloud our judgment. We even try moving the rubble out of the way, but there's no way just the two of us can get rid of it all in time. That white cat hasn't shown up since then. And then...
秘匿措置シーケンスが実行
This research facility will self-destruct in 30 seconds. In the end, we never were able to find the staircase. Even if one magically showed up in front of us now, there's no way we'd make it all the way to the surface in 30 seconds.
That's equally
Oh, shit.
true of 3 minutes.
Shit, sorry, I skipped a little bit. In the end, Ray and I sit down next to each other in the wall in the hallway. Ray and I just silently hold hands.
I think you can go a little further when you're about to die.
Maybe I should have chased after Serrano's voice back then. Maybe the choice should have actually distinguished what I was doing.
Oh, no, I knew we were picking the bad one.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, all it said, it was only talking about whether you should tell her the fact that you heard her voice, not whether you're gonna follow the cat.
Yeah. I mean, I guess the implication was that if you were imagining it, you wouldn't follow it, but, like, it was about as good as any
Doesn't
other
really
choice.
matter now. The warmth of Raina's body and her hand in mine served to calm me down.
ことを言うのも変
It
だ
might be strange to say this now, but...
何
What?
最後にこうしてレイナと一緒
I'm
に
glad I was able to be together with you at the end, Reina. The only good thing going to come out of this was that I wasn't alone in the end. We all die alone, but for some reason I don't feel lonely. Instead of responding with words, Reina just grips my hand even more tightly.
秘匿措置シーケンス開始秘匿措置シーケンス
Concealment
開始
sequence beginning. It's the signal for the end. As the announcer finishes, a shockwave stronger than any before rocks the entire floor. I pull Reina closer to me. She leaps into my arms. Reina and I fiercely hug each other.
Are you gonna give her a pat on the head, you piece of shit?
私も一緒にいてくれ
Hiroki.
て
Me too. I was happy I was able to be with you, Hiroki. Before she can finish, the hallway, enveloped in darkness, is suddenly illuminated by a dazzling light. The light swallows up everything. Sound, the shockwaves, our consciousnesses. It all vanishes inside the light. Right before everything disappears, I could have sworn I saw a white cat out of the corner of my eye. Bad future, the truth is not yet revealed. Cool.
Oh, okay, no, that was lethal. Shut up. I thought we get a Chivo for that.
Yeah.
Right. You know, as much as I'm tempted to say, oh, hey, that was a fun game.
What? What's going on here?
Oh, it's reloading to 1 day left, I think.
Okay, let's just skip to the choice again.
Oh, quick load. It'll help skip some more. Quick load, yeah. Quick load.
Okay, I'm trying to...
Yeah. Click can't bring myself to sacrifice
No,
it.
we're
Okay.
getting through this.
I mean, the choice is gonna make a fucking difference. Yeah, the game interrupted me though, because I was gonna say, oh, you know, I was tempted to say that was a fun game, folks, and then just quit it right fucking there, because I mean,
We couldn't do that.
yeah, we couldn't. Anyways, actually, I'm gonna go get some water right quick.
Yeah, it's about to... Ah, you can't!
Okay. Oh, okay.
Remember?
Fuck that.
I heard Serrano's voice. I opened my mouth. Oh, it's playing the title screen music, so you know we made the right choice now.
Okay, cool.
空野の
I heard Serrano's voice. Reina thinks about it for a minute before... Ah, fine.
こんなの
But just for the record, I think this is totally crazy.
私はヒロキの一番大切だと思うものを信じるって決めた
I decided to put my faith in what you thought was most important, Hiroki.
だから
So I'll believe you.
その話も
Reina nods at me. We both run off down the hallway. We turn right at the corner as I thought. The cat is waiting there for us. The cat's looking this way as if it's waiting for us and sees us around the corner and runs off once more. And so we continue chasing after that white cat. For whatever reason, we don't run into any dead ends while we're following the cat. Finally, the cat vanishes into a small hole in the wall. This pathway isn't shown on the map. It must have been created by the earlier shockwaves.
Just say it's a fucking vent or something.
The passageway is barely wide enough for a human to pass through.
秘匿措置シーケンスが実行されました。
2 minutes! Only 2 minutes left. Let's go.
ここまで来たら
Now we've come this far, we have no choice but to keep going. We steel ourselves and venture into the hole.
Where's it gonna take you that you can escape in 2 fucking minutes?
Magic stairs? It looks like this passageway goes straight to the staircase. A staircase going up. Our ticket out of here. I look around but can't see the white cat anywhere.
ヒロキ急いで
Hiroki, hurry up. Reina starts running up the stairs. Coming. I start running up the stairs as well, following behind Reina. We desperately keep running up the endless
Linoleum.
stairs. That's what I got you here for. You're my dictionary friend.
I don't have anything particularly love to say that, so I'm just gonna pat you on the head.
Don't pat my head. Ow. He booped me against my will.
Yeah, on the cheek.
Our legs start burning from the exertion. Then around the time we pass a sign that says B2. Oh, you did not climb up that many stairs that quickly.
Like, it's some random guy that tries to kill himself all the time, and a fucking moe girl who's a scientist. Neither of these people are fit enough to fucking sprint up those stairs that fast.
A huge explosion can be heard going off far below. A massive shockwave unlike any other before follows right afterwards. Reina stumbles, but I catch her before she can fall. Panting heavily, Reina leans down and puts both her hands on her knees. She must be exhausted. It's hardly surprising, my legs are hurting quite a bit from all that constant running too. Reina's probably hit her limits.
秘匿措置シーケンスが実行されました。
60 seconds.
施設は60秒後に爆破され。
We won't be... Wait, so they ran up they did that in 1 minute.
Neato.
Because, like, they entered the hole at 2 minutes.
Yeah, so they're running up a flight of stairs. I mean, I guess if you're running 10 seconds isn't that bad, but still, it's like, yeah, when they also did crawl through the hole as well. So yeah, there's a lot of bullshit in this.
Yeah.
Whatever.
We won't be able to.
まだ時間はある。
There's still time. Don't give up now. I take Reina's hand and try to pull her along, but she doesn't budge.
ヒロキ、あなただけならまだ。
Hiroki, if it's just you, you might be able to make it out.
But he has the power of white knighting for a Moe girl, so he's gonna succeed.
Don't be stupid. But I don't have the time to think about this crap. I pull her hand as hard as I can and lift her into my arms before continuing to run up the stairs. Oh yeah, of course.
Just, yeah, bridal style, yeah.
ちょっと何してるの？
Hey, what do you think you're doing? Let me go.
断る。
Hell no.
And for the record, I'm pretty sure how firefighters do it is that they have you, like, with your stomach over their shoulder. I think that's the best way to carry them.
I am not giving up on you here.
Like, I mean, I get it's cuter to carry them bridal style, but, like, when you're fucking escaping a giant inside evil base nuke, like, no, carry them efficiently. You can romance them later when you're alive.
This research facility will self-destruct in 30 seconds. I pass the sign saying B1 as the announcer says that. Almost there. Okay, so
Just wait, let me put in the headphones so I can hear that. She
Okay.
did say baka.
Yeah, she did. Okay.
Okay.
She is the most pouty way possible, too. Okay, so...
Oh, just you gotta click once past it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that was Patty. That's the cute side arena.
Yeah. She's not real, Trevor.
I don't care.
You do.
No, it's never stopped me before. Never mind this.
I ignore Reina as I continue to run up the stairs, one step after another, careful not to trip. The final stair finally comes into sight. There's a single door at the end of the staircase. That must be the exit.
秘匿措置シーケンス開始。秘匿措置シーケンス開始。
Concealment sequence starting. I hear a massive explosion from far below. Another massive shockwave follows it, and I lose my balance. I make sure Reina's above me to guard her from the fall. Then I fall backwards, still holding Reina. I feel my back smack into something hard, and Reina falls on top of me. Hiroki!
レーナ、早く。
Reina, hurry up, get out of here. Stupid. Reina gets off of me and... She's trying to lift him.
Yeah.
Grabs me by the shoulder and tries to pull me up. Get up, quickly. I desperately try to stand back up. Half dragging me along, Reina reaches a hand out towards the door. Come on! I put my hand on top of hers and stretch it out as far as I can. I push Reina forward with all my might. Almost. And during another huge shockwave, I shout desperately. And then...
Look, I'm guessing there's some bullshit as to why we don't die from this ending.
Light envelops our surroundings. Because they got the exit.
Oh, okay, right. I get you.
It's the light of the sun. We really made it.
Just wait. So this is leveling the whole Connect Center?
I look over to the side and see the front entrance of the... Wait. Look over to the side. See your... So, okay. Let me get this straight. So your super secret evil underground lab...
Has a regular entrance from the regular building.
with stairs!
Yep.
No super secret elevator like every single other thing. No, a fucking staircase.
But man, like, it's 2030 something. People don't use stairs anymore. They use fucking elevators.
Well, I
and
mean, you gotta
escalators,
have some
everything.
kind of staircase, but like...
Well, they're all escalator stairs. No one takes analog stairs anymore. Only fucking...
If we just come out of part of one of the domes connected to the main building.
Those look like testicles. No one wants to walk into them.
I hear someone's voice next to me. A voice belonging to someone very important to me. I got to see you again. Thank you, Hiro-kun. And goodbye. Goodbye, James McLeod.
I don't know any good Star Fox quotes off the top of my head. Isn't there one where Falco says, like, you're getting pretty cocky or something, or don't get too cocky now?
I know a pretty good Star Fox joke. Star Fox Zero.
Yeah. I mean, I said quote, but still.
No, no days left. Cool. A reversal of the signal.
これはあくまで憶測
At the end of the day, this is all just speculation. We're inside the cake shop, Zelkova. Reina and I are sitting together at a table. There's 2 iced teas in front of us. We didn't come here to eat cake. It was just a convenient place we chose to meet up at. But it looked strange to come to a cafe and not order anything, so we both got something small. Oh, there's a cute hoodie there.
That'd make a good thumbnail.
Well, no,
That's
no. If
kinda-
this is going to be the long finale episode, it's going to be like Serrano and the Light.
Okay.
Reina's wearing different clothes than she was before, and has a hat to cover her face. Because, like, okay, if we show this, then it's just gonna,
Okay.
spoil.
That's the good guys win?
Yeah. Hat to cover her face. Oh, she got a little hat.
I think that's the kind of hats I think are cute. Hopefully they came out and show us.
Originally, the things Kuroda's brain felt were sent to everyone else. Which is why when their brains all tried to activate their powers, Kuroda was able to intercept and utilize those signals to activate those powers himself.
But our microchip worked for us once he was dead, I guess.
Huh?
So I'm guessing the microchip we had worked for us when he was dead.
Yeah. So my guess is that somehow the things the other manifestors were feeling started being sent to Kuroda's brain instead, which is what caused him to become so confused. I know I'm the one that's suggested this theory, but it isn't really scientific at all. Settle down. I know that looks cute.
I'll remain as unsettled as I want to, you piece of shit.
Reina says a little mockingly and sips her iced tea. No, I was thinking something similar too. I doubt that.
And send me that CG, by the way.
Okay, I'll send you the CG of Kuroda grasping his head.
No, fuck you. You know what I'm talking about. Of Reina drinking her fucking smoothie, whatever the fuck it is.
Okay.
Coffee.
Back then, Kuroda had been shouting at someone who hadn't been me, Reina or Aoi-san.
And hopefully I'll be not lazy enough to draw it shittily again in MS Paint, and we can put that in there.
Okay. So it's possible the thoughts of someone that Kuroda had expected never to be able to regain consciousness again had somehow started flowing back into Kuroda. At the end of the day, it's just a possibility, though. So how did things go on your end with the hospital? I couldn't find it in the end. I see. After we escaped, I tried finding the hospital that Kakeru had been taken to. I asked around all the hospitals that I thought were in range of the Mizunashi house, but none of them had a patient called Amamiya Kakeru. He probably already knows that there are police staking out his house, so he hasn't been back there either. What about you? Instead of answering me with words, she puts a few sheets of paper on the table. She printed out all the news articles that she could find at the library. The headline on the paper was, at the very top read, Police Department attacked, over 20 men killed. I take the stack of papers and peruse through the other articles. A second identified body discovered at Fuchu City, a possible connection with the station bombing. An insight into when the Tokyo Connect Center will reopen. Management plans to thoroughly inspect all equipment before giving a concrete date. Are the suspects wanted for the Fuchu station bombing still hiding within the city? The last article has a small picture of me and Reina in the corner.
I mean, they blew up another building, so you'd think they'd be blamed for that one, too.
Haruna, Akane, Emma. At the very least, those 3 names still haven't shown up anywhere. I see. I sigh as I put the bundle of papers back into the table. Everyone got separated back then, and I haven't been able to contact any of them since. I suppose in a sense it's also a good thing that we haven't heard any news about them, though.
局私たち
In the end, we weren't able to change anything. Reina says despondently as she sips her iced tea.
そうかな。
I don't know about that. Reina continues to suck on the straw for some time.
希望を持つのは絶望する。
No matter what the circumstances, it's always better to hope than to despair.
誰にもできないの。
After all, no one knows where they are. Those were the words Reina told me that night in Serrano's room. Reina looks taken aback when I say that.
少なくとも俺たちは真実を知っ
If nothing else, we were at least able to learn the truth.
これから変えていくんだ。
So we'll be able to start changing things now.
I mean, you learn the truth, but you're also blamed for committing a terrorist attack and probably blowing up the Connect Center as well, so, like, is anyone gonna fucking believe you?
No.
I mean, they leveled all the evidence, too.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Say, oh, I can lightning punch people, therefore my giant conspiracy's correct.
そうね
I suppose you're right. Reina smiles gently and clasps her hands together on the table as she looks at me.
I mean, unless Cockeroo's alive and he uploads all the fucking data they hacked in, I mean, I guess that would work, but you didn't have to do all the...
Sorry.
You didn't do all the shit.
Seeing her smile like that, I end up smiling too.
実は手がかりを一つだけ見
Actually,
つけたの
I did manage to find one clue.
本当か？
Eh? Seriously? Reina takes out a small piece of paper and puts it on top of the others. It's a letter... It's a letter written in neat, curly handwriting, almost like Reina's.
ある人物の連絡先そこから
It's a certain person's contact info. We might be able to learn something from them. Next to the letters, Aki is what looks like an MRD user number.
試す価値は。
I suppose it's worth a try. I stretch out my left hand to take up the memo.
ちょっとあの人の左手
Hey, look at that guy's hand. I hear someone say that quietly behind me. I slowly retract my hand.
Missing a finger, right?
ヒロキ
大丈夫。いいんだ。
Don't worry about it, it's fine.
俺たちがこうし
It's
て
a
いられる
miracle
ことが
even alive right now. What a bitch to just sort of be like with her friend and be like, hey, look at that guy's hand over there.
Yeah, like, and look, I've seen people who, like, have lost fingers before, and yeah, like, I've noticed, and obviously, like, it's startling, but I wasn't like, you're missing fingers! Because, you know, like, I'm not, like, a gigantic asshole who doesn't understand social situations, like...
Yeah,
そうね
you're right.
I mean, like, they could have just said, like, oh, it was a young kid, like, saying, oh, look, mommy, or something like that. Like, that would at least made it sound reasonable.
Reina slowly closes her eyes. It feels like she's trying to absorb all of the feelings she's experienced these past few days.
そろそろ出ようか。
I suppose we should get going soon, before even more people start to notice us. Before someone recognizes us.
え
Indeed. Reina and I both stand up. I start heading over to the counter to pay the bill, but Reina beats me to it. I look over to what Reina's silently pointing at with her eyes and see the customers from earlier trying to peek over this way. In other words, we'd better leave before we attract more attention. I nod and leave the bill to Reina. I put a hand to the door and push. It's surprisingly light. I suppose I'll probably never come here again.
ああ
Oh yeah, come to think of it. As I leave the cake shop, I realize there's one last thing I have left to do. I put my hand into my pocket and pull something out. It's my MRD. The ring that connects me to society. There's still a bit of charge left. I turn it on for the first time in a while and look for a certain contact in my contacts list. Found it. I send a call request to it. No video, voice only. I feel really nervous for some reason. After a few seconds of waiting, someone picks up.
ヒロキなのか
Is that you, Hiroki? That's good enough.
ヒロキ今どこに
Hiroki, where are you right? I hang up. Phew.
Kusahara's the male one, right? The male police officer?
Kusahara's Hiroki's name.
Oh, okay, it's his...
He even says right there, yeah. As his son, I suppose I should do this much for him at least. I turn my MRD off and throw it away in a nearby bush.
Did his parents ever factor into this story? You don't recall
At the
that?
very beginning when he said something about them.
But, like, have we seen them
No.
Okay, yeah, that's why I was confused.
Now I've done everything I needed to do before I depart. Suddenly I realize someone is staring at me and I tense up. Mikoto's standing in front of me. Just like the first time I met her, she's the only person in a crowd staring right at me. I walk over to Mikoto, meeting her gaze. Did I make the right choice? There is no such thing as a right choice.
Except when one kills you and says, you don't get the good ending, fuck you.
But if you don't make a choice, you cannot hope to change anything. You will end up like me, simply watching over things. Mikoto saw a number of potential futures that all depend on a multitude of choices. Just like how Serana was scared to get close to people when she could understand them completely. I suppose it's only natural that Mikoto would be scared of choosing when she so intimately understands the futures that will come from such choices. Knowing how much influence your choice may have, the immeasurable vastness of it all. If the weight of all that was thrust before me, perhaps I too would simply choose to do nothing.
Speaking of which, we didn't figure out what the game does if you don't choose anything.
I did not truly believe that the future could be changed. But, Mikoto smiles. I'm glad I chose to believe in you. And that is when I realized I cannot simply be an impartial observer. I see. That's good then. It may be foolish to remain ignorant. But at the same time, that ignorance gives strength. Because when you can't understand the minds of others, you work harder trying to convey your thoughts to them. Because you can't see what lies ahead, you can wholeheartedly work towards trying to bring about your ideal future, even if it doesn't make any sense when you write it.
Yeah.
Serrano's last words echoed in my mind. We'll see each other again. It's those words that keep me here in this world. They're what gives me the strength to keep moving forward and face the unknown. We'll see each other again. I decide to utter those words myself. Indeed, we shall someday. Hiroki? When I turn around, I see Reina coming out of Selkova after paying the bill. When I turn back around, the Shrine Maiden is nowhere to be seen. Did something happen? Nah, it's nothing. Settle down.
I'll stay as excited as I want to be because she's super fucking cute, and that is the kind of hat I like, by the way.
Yeah. I take Reina's hand and she just silently smiles and entwines her hand around mine. My heart starts to beat a little faster. We'll all meet again someday. Mikoto and everyone else too.
But they'll all be inferior to Reina.
So as long as we continue to make our choices, I'm sure it'll happen. So that's why we need to keep going forward. So that when the end comes, we have no regrets. So we can have a future we're happy with. Let's go, Reina. Yeah. We step forward into the crowd of people. We step forward to discover our own future. Eventually our pace naturally quickens into a run.
Yeah, and the choice with no regrets, the future that we're all looking forward to, that we step into, it's not playing the other fucking episodes of this series, because it's fucking shit.
If the creator hasn't already blacklisted us from ever playing it, so what would it take for us to play it? Okay, let's be fair right here. Like, if it ever comes out, it's gonna be like, take what? Well, it took us a year to fucking play this game. How long do you think it'll take for another one to even come out?
I don't know. The second one isn't actually out.
Out and translated. Like, could it be another year, 2 years? Like, you think by that point we'll give it a chance, maybe? Okay, so let's...
Okay. How about this? Let's negotiate. Commenters, make an offer. But actually, like, look, the thing is, I like this as an experience, but honestly, I don't want to expose myself to more of it. There's other games we could play, and by playing another Memories Dogma, that's a year we have to not do other things.
Like, honestly, towards the end of this, like, it wasn't like... Now, editing this takes a bit of time for me, honestly, but,
Yeah.
like... just sometimes, like, you know, when you're over to record, like, honestly, I kind of just don't want to fucking play any more of it because I was just that sick of it.
Oh, dude, the entire fight scene you're narrating, I completely fucking tuned out.
Oh, okay.
But I tuned out for probably a good 45 minutes combined in this episode. I have not giving a fuck anymore. Like,
anyway, so this is like a big long, like, over 2 hours. Ending episode.
No, we're
now,
giving this piece of shit the ending it deserves, and hopefully there's a main channel video on this.
Maybe. The thing is, like, I'm considering
okay,
it, but the thing is, because it's a visual novel, it's hard to really
make it visually stimulating in the
yeah, especially like because I have to I can't just show gameplay to explain a lot of things. I'd have to stop and explain most of it, which at that point, you know, it's a novel, so.
Right. Okay, you know what? If you do make that video and it gets 1 million views, we'll make the sequel.
Dude.
What?
I just noticed something.
What?
Look at his hand. He still has all his fingers.
Hey, he's kind of closing his fist, though. Didn't he lose his pinky?
Yeah. No, he lost his ring finger.
Oh,
but like that depends. Did they cut off what part did they cut it off at?
I think they mentioned near the joint, so it's either art that they forgot or not. What about the other hand?
Also, Trevor, I just want to ruin this picture of Raina for you.
Why?
She's wearing white thigh highs, not black.
But that's still acceptable.
Yeah, because she got the cute hat.
Well, just because she's cute in general.
I'm petting her now. Poking the screen. What are you going to do? I'm poking your waifu.
I'm not going to do anything on screen while there's evidence, but afterwards, I'm going to get my revenge.
He's going to hit me. You all heard him confess.
I said no such thing, slandering me while there's evidence.
He beats me.
That's what you say.
Okay, anyways.
I'll just pat you on the head because I'm a nice friend.
Stop it.
That's not head patting.
Okay. Alright, so anyways, that's the end of Memory's Dogma. Code 1. Are we going to play Code 2? I don't know. Make your offers. It's honestly, right, for me, it's going to take Yoshi Forever Virgin himself commenting on this video.
100 pictures of Reino with a pumpkin.
Okay.
By March.
Okay.
Well, see, because I'm not going to let one motherfucker draw 100 pictures of Reina and submit them to me. It has to be a genuine effort.
Okay, be fair, Trevor. By the time we get to March, this is when this episode will probably be out.
Oh, right. Fuck. I'm thinking of it when we're recording in December. Okay. From 3 months of the date of upload, that or if not, they can't be like 90% drawn by one person.
Okay, whatever.
Either situation.
Thank you all for watching. Have a good night. Bye-bye.
Yeah.